And welcome back to Officer Oil. My name's Scott McAdoo. When I'm not fighting crime, Scotland, we are
fighting friction.
My girl. So we're here with Scotland's 2001 Yamaha PW50. This is her first dirt bike. She's been out ripping it. She's been riding since she was four. And you are how old now? 5. All right. But I realize here that it has been way too long since we've changed the transmission fluid on this dirt bike for her. And I think it's actually been, it was last changed before she was born, or maybe she was just an infant. So it's been way too long. Shame on us, but we're going to be changing the oil here. So, Scotland, do you want to help me out, or are you done?
Hi.
Oh, she's out. Okay. She's gone. All right, kids. She's got her cute little dress on. And so, well, I need to do better and get her working on these things more so she can learn that things don't always just work. So, to know exactly what oil we recommend for your dirt bike, we have built an incredible lookup guide for you. All you got to do is go to my webpage, officeroil.com, www.officeroil.com. I'm going to show you here in a second, and we're going to show you exactly what you need for your dirt bike, your motorcycle, your truck, your boat, your personal watercraft, your snowmobile, your car, truck, everything. It takes all the guesswork out of it. You see exactly what we recommend for you and what will fit your bike and not void any OEM warranties. All right, so you just go to my website here, officeroil.com, and you scroll on down just a little bit. Forgive my dirty fingers. I've been in here working on bikes. So you've got a great lookup guide: car, truck, motorcycle, ATV, UTV, snowmobile, marine outboard, personal watercraft, and heavy duty trucks. You just click on motorcycle. All right, and we're coming down here. It's on her 2001 Yamaha, be at the bottom. Here we go. Yamaha, come down here to the P's. PW50. All right, so right here. So first we start with the engine. So best recommendation is our Dominator 100% synthetic 2-stroke motor oil, 2-stroke oil, racing oil. And followed by another option, great option, is the Interceptor 100% synthetic option. This is what I use in my KTM. It's an oil injection system. I love this. It also doesn't have a color. There's no dye, so it's not a big deal on the injection. But on the premix, that's where you probably want to stick with the Dominator because it does have a red dye to see. But get down here to what we're focusing on today, which is the transmission. So that's going to be using the Amsoil 100% synthetic dirt bike transmission fluid. Some other neat things here. Gives you a second option for the transmission. That's the Dirt Bike 1040 that also meets that JASO MA spec. So it's wet clutch compatible, no friction modifiers, seasonal storage, gasoline stabilizer, engine fogging oil, octane boost, quick shot. And one thing here, ignore this retail price. If you join our preferred customer program, so you're going to save up to 25% off, and they'll just drop ship it right to your door. You get exactly what you want. That's a great program for DIYers. But metal protector spray, great for lubing cables. Heavy duty metal protector spray for a coat of armor against rust, salt, mud. Heavy duty degreasers. Silicone spray for lubing those gaskets. Mudslinger, shine your bike up. Protect it, makes a protective film so all the mud, snow, clay doesn't stick. Cleanup is a breeze. Engine degreaser, Miracle Wash, put a quick shine on that. So it's kind of a wash and wax, brake and parts cleaner. I'll be using some of that today. Glass cleaner, and then you get into your car care products. So you want to shine your bike up and wash, car shampoo, ceramic spray, right there. All right, so the bike is all warmed up. So go out there and run the bike, run the oil, get that oil nice and hot there so you can get as much of it out when I pull the plug on this thing. So first what I want to do is I just want to clean my work area here and clean around the fill cap. So I'm going to be using the Amsoil brake and parts cleaner This cleans all that grease and residue and the oil. It dries super fast. It's a non-flammable formula. Comes out really hard, but is a great, great, great product. And it even comes in a bigger 19-ounce can, which a lot of the other companies out there have a smaller can. So I'll just spray some here in my work area. Get that cleaned up. All right. And then I'll get a little down here by our drain plug as well. There we go. Got that. Okay. Now let's get this thing taken off. All right, so I'm just going to crack the oil fill cap here just to break that vacuum seal, kind of like a pineapple can. So we got that popped off, and I'm just going to give it a half a turn here just so it sits in there, quarter turn so it sits in there just like that, so no dust falls in. And then I'm coming right down here to our drain plug. All right, here we go. So it's a 13 mil. And get this old thing off. There we go. That is a tired fluid. And we got that. This is old fluid. Look at that. Again, I don't know how old it is. I'm going to say at least 4 years old. Maybe longer, 4 to 5 years old. I don't know. I'd kind of like to do oil analysis on it to see, to know for sure. But it's working great. But I figured it was time. So we'll try to catch as much as this as we can. I'm going to give it a lean. So I'm leaning it over here on the center stand just to try to get as much of this old fluid out as I can. There we go. It's still coming out. So yeah, so we're just draining that out here. The center stand's getting in the way of my drain pan. Let me take it off the center stand. Go. Thought I might give it a little tilt here. Rock it back and forth. Try to get as much of this old fluid out as we can. Cardboard is helping down there. All right, just about everything's dripping out of here. Everything is gone. I've tipped it over multiple times. I think I got most of it. There's not a whole lot of fluid in here. It's only about 300 cc's. 300 cc's, that's it. So I'm just going to clean off my drain bolt here. Hit it with some brake and parts cleaner. All right. This dries super fast, but I'm going to just wipe it down real quick. All right. And for best results, replace your crush washer here. Such an inexpensive thing to do, but save you a lot of headache out on the trail. It's all about the kids, right? All right, let's pop this bag in. Yeah, I'll get that in. A lot of threads. Okay. And grab my 13 mil wrench and just snug it up. There we go, not too tight. There is a torque spec on this, but I just didn't feel like getting it exactly here for all you anal folks out there. Kind of one of them, but just didn't feel like getting up. So I'm going to just make it nice and snug, not too tight. All right, so I'm adding the Amsoil dirt bike transmission fluid. This is an SAE 80. It's an 80 weight, and this stuff is awesome. I love this. I run this in my KTM transmissions. Absolutely love it. I've had no issues. Gives me that constant clutch feel. Awesome protection for transmissions, for gears. No friction modifiers. Perfect for those wet clutch applications. It does meet that JASO MA spec right there. All right, but perfect for, anything. Your KTMs, your Suzukis, your Yamahas. Just provides excellent protection there. But this is what we recommend, our best recommendation. I love it because I use it in the KTM and I can also use it in the transmission here. So it's one less thing I got to keep on the shelf, and I'm not having to have all these different products. So again, the 1040 dirt bike oil would work well for this, but this is going to be our primary recommendation right here. So let's get it in. So Yamaha even helps us out here, and they put it right on the casing here so you don't mess it up. So 300, all right, it's the same. It's 300 cc's of oil, of fluid there. That's all you need, 300. Do not overflow these. All right, 300 cc's right here. Here we go. Liquid gold going in. Here we go. 150. 250. And 300. All right, liquid gold, here we go. Wait for it. Ah, fresh fluid. So good. Yes. All right, let's let that drip all in there. Get all my 300 cc's of it. All right, while that's dripping in there, I'm going to just hit our fill cap here and clean that off with some more brake and parts cleaner. There we go. Wipe that off. And I'll just spray my drain pole here. Got a little on the center stand. Just clean that up. There we go. And put on my oil fill cap here. My butterfingers can get it. There we go. Snug that up. Done. All right, so that's it. It's all lubed up with Amsoil dirt bike transmission fluid, ready to go for my daughter Scotland here on her next ride, if and when she ever comes back in her little pretty pink dress. But if you're a do-it-yourselfer like me and you'd like to save up to 25% on Amsoil, click on my link below or visit my website, officeroil.com. You've seen my referral number. It's up on the screen as well. But by clicking on my link and or using my referral number, it helps us get credit for the sale. So we've got a great program called a Preferred Customer Program. Again, that'll save you up to 25%. They'll drop ship right to your front door. Works kind of like a BJ's or a Sam's Club membership where you pay a small $20 annual fee, or you can do a one-time trial for 6 months for only $10. And you'll get full access to the store, up to 25% off. Quickly send it to you. Free shipping with a $100 order, but there's always perks. Sometimes it's free shipping with a $50 order, or they'll send you a multi-tool, or you'll get a headlamp, or you'll get some funnels, or some gloves, or a hat. There's always really neat things that they're adding in there. But maybe you have a dirt bike shop somewhere. Maybe you have a motorcycle shop. We've got a great program for you, our retail program, where we can get you up to 30% off of our retail price. Drop ship it to your door. We'll help you with signage, advertising, anything I can do to help you grow your business, drive in customers to your door, in your doors there, better protect your bikes, better protect their bikes, boost your reputation, and boost your sales per ticket. Everybody wins. Also, if you have maybe a fleet, so maybe you have a landscape fleet or a trucking company or plumbing company or something like that, and you love riding dirt bikes on the week and getting in that throttle therapy, click on that link below. We'll get you set up with our great commercial account program, our commercial program, where you can save up to 40% off of our retail price. Drop ship it right to your door. Get anything for your equipment as well as your toys also. So if you have any questions, just reach out to me. We love the comments, love the engagement. Please like the page, please share, subscribe, all the above. But we'll look forward to seeing you next time for some more fighting friction content. And I'm excited to get out there and ride with the kids. But we'll see you next time. Officer Oil, Prost!